All right. Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. This is take two. Happy Thursday, in hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. I am so excited for this live. And Lois, come on. This is Thursdays with Sean. I am so excited to have my special guest on. We were trying to get on right before this, and there was connection issues. My phone turned off. So as you're joining me live, let me know you're here. Lewis, if you're joining me, I don't see you yet. Who is on? Throw some hearts, love, hate, communicate. Yes, sorry I had issues. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I know. She says hold on. I thought I had it undercover. P Money giving me a hard time already. Come on, P Money, what's going on, little guy? P Money giving me a hard time. I know why P Money's giving me a hard time. Hold on for a second. Hold on 1 second. She's messaging me. You know what? I'm gonna. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can. She says it doesn't let her rotate her phone. You were? Peter, can you still see me? For that what? COE? What is COE? Oh man, I am hoping that we resolve this issue, because my guest, I am telling you, it is worth all these troubles. She is got a story. My goodness, I am so excited to have her on. I wonder if I should get off and come back on. Peter, you're still on, right? PK? I know there's a delay. Man. Lois, there you go. There you go. Yes. Yes. I think it's joining. It's adding, which is this is good. This is happening. It's happening. Are you tilting your phone? Lois, I feel it. It's so close. What does it say? Can you come on? And you have an iPhone. Why are you having difficulties? Can you tilt your phone the other way, maybe? No answer. Okay, let me try this one more time. Okay, what about now? Send you an invite now. We are gonna get it. Have a feeling. What does it say on your end? On my end, it says adding. Sorry guys, if you're joining me live, hang on. It says adding. Maybe you can send me a request to join. Yes? No? Maybe. We're gonna get it, guys. I promise. This is gonna come through. Yes? Does it give you a chance to tilt your phone? Are you on landscape? Are you on landscape? Okay, what about now? How about now? I sent you an invite. It allows me to send you an invite. You should, if you're not on landscape, you got to be on landscape. It keeps saying adding. Hmm. Let me try this too. You on? Oh my God.
Yay, can you believe this? Oh my God.
Yes, yes,
Never
yes.
deal with a rookie.
How are you?
I'm
Oh my
fine, but
goodness.
now me when I'm looking, I don't know what I'm looking. My focal point is
It's
crazy.
off, right? Mine is
Yes,
too.
looking
Mine is
the
like
other
off the
way.
phone almost.
But anyway, at least you see me.
Yes, and can hear you.
Yes, yes.
Yes. How are
How are
you?
you? How are you? This is such a awesome opportunity
Oh
for
my
you
God.
and for me.
Yes, yes. We're gonna
Yes,
reach out to so many people. I think your story is amazing, and it needs to be told. It needs to be, it needs to be shared.
yes, yes.
I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but I think everything finds its own timing, right?
I think so. I
Yeah.
really think
Yeah. I'm
so.
really excited about this. So the
Yeah,
story with this is that for those of you who are joining live now, I've been going live for a while now, for over 3 years, and I got to, well, we're gonna get into that, but I added this section into my lives called hashtag Thursdays with Sean, where I bring on somebody who's got a story to tell, and it's not just a story to tell, it's to share and to impact, right? Because you can have a story that really nobody, like, they're like, okay, well, that's great, but then you can have a story you're like, you tell your neighbor too, and then you tell somebody else too. You're like, man, I heard this thing about this lady, and boom, boom, boom. And that's my goal with these Thursdays with Sean. And so you are my second guest. I am so excited to have you on.
wow, thank you so much. I
Yes.
am so honored to
The
be
honor is
here
all
with
mine.
you.
Huh?
Yes, I'm so
Yes.
honored to be
It,
here with
it's so
you. This is a
exciting.
good venture also for yourself to
Yes, it
do
is.
podcasts.
It
Yes,
is. I haven't done interviews, so I this is new, and I wanna bring some. I think that because I've heard through my lives, so many
right,
people have shared their stories with me, and some
right.
of them are just like amazing. Like I don't want to hold on to them, like some of them I want to like share. So let's get started. I have a few questions that I want to ask you, and let's see how far we can get.
Yeah, of course, of
Yeah.
course. Yes,
So the first thing I want to know,
yes.
who is Lois Cookie Green? Like, where are you from? Your background, work, that kind of stuff.
So I am from what I call sunny California, USA. I'm in a Bay Area town called Fremont.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I actually was born in San Francisco, and then
Oh,
I grew up in Oakland, and from Oakland I came to Fremont, and now that's where I am now.
very exciting. Okay. So
Yeah.
how long have you been there in Fremont?
I've been here about I would say 25 years.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
Yes, I've been here for a while. Yes.
Okay. Family, husband, kids.
Now I am married and I don't have children, but I have grandchildren because my husband has children. But I have animals. So I am a mom to my quarter horse and my 2 dogs and a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Love
Yeah.
that horse. That horse is beautiful.
Yes, it's such a joy. That's
Yeah.
one of my hobbies.
Yes. What about like your background, education, work-wise, siblings?
Now, I actually grew up in a family that is 5 of us. So
Oh,
I have three sisters, my mom and dad. So we started out, yes, in San Francisco and came to Oakland. Now, we came to Oakland because my father had a family business, which my father would sell and repair televisions back in a day. So
wow.
I grew up in a business.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you did. Okay. Wow,
Yes.
what a so we have Delal who joined us, Loganathan joined
Yes.
us. So welcome, welcome. Good to see you guys. You don't see comments though, do you,
Yeah,
Cookie?
I can see. Yeah.
You can see them. Okay, okay. So, all right. How do we know each other?
Now we actually met from my wonderful From Stuttering to Confidence group. That is where I met you.
Hey Todd,
But
how are you? T Money. Welcome, welcome.
but after I got to know you, I found out that you were in the same type of sales platform that I would always dream to be in, but I was always afraid of stuttering. So I had a tendency to join some of these powerful teams, but I was always scared to engage in there because
Mm,
I always felt that if I had to do cold calling,
yeah.
that was just not going to work out. So that
Oh,
was
I
one of
know
my
that
things I
feeling.
wanted to do, but stuttering, that was one of those things that
Yeah,
stuttering held me back.
yeah.
So I ended up saying, well, I'm not going to go to college because I feared that if I went to college, they had to do presentations and things of that nature, speak in front of your classmates, and I just had enough of being bullied
Hmm.
and all of the negative reaction from grade school and high school. So I came up with the thought of if I got a good paying labor job, I would just go to work, do the work, and go home.
Interesting. Okay.
So I ended up looking at like the post office, the postal service, and I had a love for cars. So I ended up at General Motors. And from there, I ended up at Toyota, where I got a stutter, I call it breakthrough. But yes, so my education is not something where I have a bachelor's, but that was something that if I wasn't so shy or scared of stuttering, I would have probably went to college to study to be a psychiatrist or
Hmm.
a teacher or something that dealt with helping people, teaching people,
Interesting.
coach
Okay.
and mentoring. Yeah.
Okay. You kind of
Mhm.
touched on it, but so what's your stuttering story?
My stuttering story is so funny because it started out where I didn't stutter at all, and I had a older sister who it appeared as if she was afraid of my father.
Hmm.
So she would do everything to stay out of his face, and if he came towards her, she would just kind of get nervous and freak out, and she would stutter as she spoke. So I used to say, well, why are you so intimidated by dad? And I would tease her. I mocked her, and I would take like a comb, something like this, and I would hit her on the head. Oh, no, 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 no.
No
And I
way,
would,
really?
oh yes, I used to bully her and mock her because I thought I didn't understand stuttering. And I thought it was just her reaction to being scared of my father. So one day we were in the car about to take a family trip, and me and my sister was in the bike seat, and my father was sitting in front of me. As he was going to drive, so I was right behind him. My sister was to my right hand side, and I remember just mocking her, and I was almost about to make her cry. And I remember my father just turning around and slapping me. It felt like he slapped the curse off of her onto me and said,
Wow.
don't you ever. He looked at me and went, don't you ever. And for the first time in my life, I became fearful of my father. And then it was my sister acted as if she could have went, oh God, this is a blessing, because now he won't look at me, he'll mess with her, So she ended up, she kind of stopped her stutter. She stopped stuttering. Period.
Wow.
And I start stuttering. Yes.
How old were you then?
Now I was probably seven.
Okay.
So I might have been second grade or something. So
Wow.
So consequently, I started stuttering at school, and people would mock me. So it's like, be careful how you treat people, because it comes back on you.
Oh my
But,
goodness.
so at school, yeah, then that's when I got paid back for all of that mocking that I did to her, because I would go to school, and you know how they will say a roll call. We're gonna call your name, and all you have to say is present or here.
Oh,
And I remember just shaking out of my boots, because I
me
didn't want
too.
nobody to know
Oh
that
my
I
goodness.
stuttered.
Yes.
So I started stuttering, and they would do things like say, do a book report in front of the group. Do a book report. I thought, how are we going to how am I going to swing on this? So consequently, I got mocked and ridiculed, and it was just a mess. And I think from not kindergarten, but from second grade to sixth grade, that's when that bullying really sunk in and made me insecure of who I am. So consequently, when I went into junior high school, I went in there with a negative attitude, thinking
Sure.
that I can't speak, I can't do this, and I was always, I can't, right? High school, same thing. But in high school, I became, I joined up with the photography department, and I thought this would be good because I could interact with people without speaking to them. So
Right.
I had to photograph a lot of our activity or whatever the school wanted to show. I would have to go in and do the photography there. But when it came down to going to college, I said, I can't do this, because everybody was so excited about what career they were going to do, and this kind of thing. And I was thinking,
You
I
were
just
not.
I
Wow.
cannot do this. So I ended up at the car plant, General Motors, and I would do things on a assembly line. But one thing I found out is that I was not physically fast, quick. But if you gave me a team of people, I could I could get them to do what the company needed them to do, and we could go quickly because my team was fast. So I felt like I was the one who told them the big picture. I told them what was needed for us to succeed. I was the one who coached and mentored, and then we were able to get things done. But even when I first started there, I was stuttering and I was very intimidated by stuttering. And there was a manager who finally came to me and says, I want to promote you. And I thought, no way are you going to promote me, because you have to speak over a PA system. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I'm not gonna do this. And he says, look, you've got to get away from thinking negative about who you are, and you got to change your mindset about your stuttering.
I
And
love it.
I thought, mindset, what is mindset? Never heard of it. But I went home. First of all, I told him no. But I went home and I thought about it, and I said, do you know what? Feel that fear and do it anyway. I thought,
Go.
you know what? Jump off the cliff and see if you can fly. But so I ended up doing that. So I took on the position, and then I got promoted from a team leader to a group leader. And then from there, I got, when I was a team leader, they said, I want you to run a quality audit. So I'm
Oh,
thinking, a
no.
quality audit, I'm going to stand there with this PA system and call the supervisor staff to come while we talk about defects, on the automobile. And I was thinking, I can't do this, but I ended up doing that. And from there, I ended up a supervisor. And from a supervisor, I ended up a senior specialist, where I was sent to Japan so that I could train on the Toyota production system. And
What?
yes, and that is, I got a breakthrough because I was able to not stop stuttering, but I was able to speak without fearing judgment. I was able to just get up and do, get up in front of people and do presentations and all types of things. So that is kind of what my stuttering journey is. Now, here recently, probably within the month, I've gotten to where I can speak pretty smooth and not stutter at all. But now that's because I have so many activities for the group, from stuttering to confidence. I have a lot of activities because my belief is, if you want to learn how, if you want to get over that fear of speaking and learn how to speak smoothly, then you got to speak. So I came up with table topics because everybody would say,
I
well,
love to. That's
I
so
don't know
clever.
what to say. I don't know what to say if I got on and did something, over a camera. So I'm thinking, if I did table topics, they would have a topic. We could talk about stuttering and practice our speech so by me doing that, all of the time I was posting things about stuttering and coaching and mentoring and uplifting people. I ended up to now where I can speak smoothly now, and I can do the table topics and not stutter.
So
Yeah.
talk about you touched about the group because most people don't know about the group and table topics.
Yeah.
So I guess you touched on it, but let's kind of talk about the group. What has stuttering encouraged or inspired you to do? I think that would be.
And then that would be, yeah,
So
that
how
would
did
be
this
one of
group
the
come
things.
about? What is this group all about? And yeah, talk about the group.
So once I was free of not being scared to stutter in front
Mhm.
of people, I thought, well, this is something I've got to give back to the community. People that are stuttering, they need to know that stuttering does not have to hold them back. Stuttering, it's just something that we do, and it doesn't define who we are or what we are capable, what we are capable of. So I started a group back in June of 2019.
Yes, you
And
did.
yes, and we've been growing ever since. We have about 5,700. So it's been growing.
When you started and reached out to me, it was
Yeah,
you and me. So you've
right,
grown it 5,698
or 700.
people.
Yeah.
You're
Uh-huh.
amazing, and we'll talk more about the group. I'll share my experience in the group, but you
But
talk a little bit about it.
so I actually started, yeah, this group, so that people could gain confidence in themselves, gain confidence in their ability to speak, and just feel comfortable in who you are as a person. So that was the whole thing. Come out of that shyness, come out of that fear, come away from that negative self-talk and negativity, and start thinking positive. And so once I started the group, I just started adding people, and I started with that table topics. But what I actually wanted was for it to be where people would get on and do live videos, because what we want to do is face our fears and head on. So facing a fear would be, to go live over a camera where anybody and everybody is watching, and practice your speech. If you stutter, so what? Keep doing it. Keep expressing yourself until you feel highly comfortable and confident in speaking.
So my experience with the group, I when you and I started talking, I actually didn't know anybody else who stuttered. So when I got exposed to the group, I told myself, oh my goodness, where are all these people from? Like, there's so many people who stutter, and I had like literally no clue. Um, and one thing it's done for me, I've obviously got to know. There's some stories in there, man. There's just some kids in there that just, I mean, it's just amazing.
Yes, it is.
It's just it's amazing what you and your group has done, really for these kids. And so sorry, some of these kids, I mean, they struggle.
Yeah,
They
some
struggle.
of them are wanting to
They
like, you
struggle.
might get somebody who will email and say that they are at the verge of committing suicide.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you get, yes, that kind of thing. Or they're begging me, how can I stop stuttering?
Oh my
You know?
goodness.
Oh yeah, it's and we have doctors and lawyers and people that are professionals, and they feel very uncomfortable stuttering in front of their clients. And so what they want to know is there some kind of trick or something that
Cure.
you can give me that I can, it's almost like if you can give me a pill and I take it and stop stuttering. But it is hard work to change your mindset first of not thinking so negative about stuttering.
Very well put.
That's and I would always try to tell them that's the first thing, that you got to embrace the stutter. And they say embrace your stutter. I want to get rid of it. But once you say, yes, I am a person who stutters, it doesn't define me, but I am a person who stutters and I am going to work on my speech, then things get a lot better and easier. And then I found that once you take the negativity out of the equation, and you are more positive, and you have more self love, and you tend to walk away from that negativity of stuttering, and it's actually pulling you down.
I can
Yeah,
appreciate that, and it's you know
yeah,
it's a heavy load because one, you're dealing with
right,
all the stuff on within yourself. Why this, why that, all this stuff is going through your head, and then you walk out and then you're dealing with all that stuff on the outside as well. So it's like a double hit. And if you don't have that inside in control, then the
right,
outside is going to be so much worse. I see when I see folks saying like, oh, I'm a stutterer, I'm a this and that. And I've always fought with this idea that I'm not ever a stutterer. I'm just a person who stutters. Now, sometimes I stutter more often than others.
right.
Sometimes I don't, but I'm never going to identify myself with that you know so yeah, the group, I know that it's definitely changing lives, because I like to say I see some graduates. I've seen some, the kids I'm talking about.
Yeah,
They've graduated, they've grown, they've become a mentor of their own through this
yes,
whole
yes,
thing, and it's amazing. And I love to see these kids that, like you said, they face that fear face on, and go at it. So I love to see these kids graduating, and I see some of them really struggling and trying and just showing up again, struggling, trying, and you get a mixture of all these people, but it's a nice community to be in, that's for sure. So glad to be part of that. Yeah.
yes. Plus, I always say, if you try and you fall, get back up.
Get back
You
up,
know,
that's what you got
yeah,
to do.
and just say quitting is not an option. So if I have to fall and get back up 1,000 times, I'm gonna do that. But I'm just don't quit.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
but it
you're
is
proof of that yourself. You don't just preach it,
yes,
you practice it.
yes,
I
absolutely.
I've known you since 19, and I know that your speech is improved like a lot.
Yeah,
A lot.
totally,
I love it.
totally. Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Oh, it's
yeah.
amazing.
So would you say that's like your high point of your life? Would you say this is what would
I
you
would
say
say
your
yes,
high and low
yes.
point?
The high point was when I got the breakthrough when I
Okay.
worked at Toyota. That was one of my highest points. And right now, me being able to speak smoothly, that's a high point. Yeah, that's why I would say that I came from a low point where that my father, who should have been my coach and my mentor and my support, he was one of the main ones to tear me down and say how stuttering was crazy. It sounded ridiculous. And what am I doing? I'm going to be nobody. And my father, he brought me down so low that sometimes I didn't think I was mentally going to make it.
Make it, yeah.
So that's something when somebody can just draw you all up, zap your positive energy. But on the flip side, my father taught many wonderful things. We are a family who everybody sings and plays music, and he's the one who would encourage us to go to the library and study different topics and subjects. And so I loved that about him. He was somebody who loved to cook and do things, but on the flip side, he was just negative. If there was anything called emotional and physical abuse, he was that, because if I stuttered, he might take an extension cord and beat. I don't call that a whooping. I call that a beating.
Beating. Oh,
So
wow.
he would be doing that. I would go to school and they would mock you and do all kinds of things. And then I go home and then he's doing that and saying that you're nobody and da 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 da. Yeah, so that was the low point.
Yeah.
But the high point was to find out that you can do things, you can succeed and not have to fear that stuttering and see it as an obstacle, and you don't have to isolate yourself and these type of things, so once you get a breakthrough, you feel free, like a free bird or
I
something,
love it. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I totally agree with that too. And I so relate obviously with this conversation because
Yeah,
I'm in it, you know. I
right.
so relate. It just hits so many points with me. It's just amazing. So I can definitely relate. One thing on the topic of suicide, my next week's guest, you want people to tune in for that because that's
Right.
the help that I'm going to provide. So
Yeah.
that's the only hint I'm going to give for next week's guest. But you
That's
brought it
a
up
hard
because that's a very
situation.
serious issue, and I
Yes,
want to
very.
deal with that issue. So if I can help, I'm going to definitely help. But yeah, I did not know it gets to that point. I guess I never thought about it. I never, as low as it got for me, because at one point between the age of 13 and like 24, I couldn't speak one word. Like my chin would shake all the time. I had
Yeah.
to grasp for it, like not even one single word. And that's when, my counselor at school noticed, because before then I didn't even know that I stutter. I knew there was something up, but I didn't even know what it was.
Right.
But yeah, so I couldn't even, but I never really got to that point, I don't think. But that's a serious issue. That's a very serious issue. And I'm glad that the group is there because, you can see people that are doing it and showing up and struggling, but, going through it, they're fighting their mindset, the battles inside their head. You can tell, some of these kids are fighting it. But
Right. Yeah.
yeah, so which is a really good thing. So kudos to you for that, for that powerful group that you've put together. And I know I'm gonna call it. Other people are gonna watch it, but I know others have come to copy. But there's only one cookie. That's it. That's it. Nobody else can have a group like that. So, but
Yeah.
yeah. So, let's get into your personal stuff. Like, have you traveled anywhere that you'd say, "Oh my goodness, I'm definitely going back there for sure, for sure, for sure."
I have traveled all over, like even with my church, I flew to the Holy Land and I got baptized in the
Oh,
Jordan
nice.
River, and I've traveled there. one of the places, and it's just a simple place, but I loved to death, was Hawaii. Going to Maui and different places. But me and my husband has gone on cruises. We've done many
You've done stuff, yeah.
traveling
Yeah.
excursions. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Are you
Yeah.
into books? Are you reading any books? Any good books?
Now I am actually starting because I am so excited about the members in my group. We have a lot of people who author books, like this is the new guy,
I didn't know that.
he's now this is a Christian book, but it's about stuttering.
I like
And
that.
then we have Anna, and she's got a book out, and then I have Lee, who he does, this book on stuttering.
Very nice.
But these are members, there's a lot of people doing a lot of wonderful things in the
Yes.
group. So I try to stay, up on what they are doing and reading some of their stuff.
If you want to include their links to their, to their books, you can in the comments. Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, that would be
Mhm.
great. I'd love to support you. I didn't know that. Man, I've been
Oh.
kind of quiet. Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay.
Mhm.
So, what do you do for your time when it's your time, cookie time?
Now, when it is my time, you might see me up at the ranch
Hmm.
with my horse, or you might see that I enjoy cooking. And you'll
Yes.
see the stuff I posted on the Facebook.
Yes,
Um,
your
um,
food is amazing.
I am a photographer, so now I enjoy um, production with the church. Like me and my husband do TV cameras, so we do a full production at
You
the
guys
church.
are awesome.
And I just love that camera thing, because I feel like it's something that I know, and I don't have to study it hard. It is like it is a gift. So photography has always been my thing. But yeah, those are some hobbies. Now I'm trying to also appreciate exercising and gym type things.
What are you doing?
I'm cycling and
Good
doing
for
my
you.
ab machine, and I have all kinds of stuff here even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you horseback ride a lot though, right?
Yes, not the way I used to, but because I used to have a group of friends who would come up to the
Mm.
barn, and we would do trail rides and things, and we'd come back and barbecue and
Oh
drink
my
and all
God,
this
sounds so much
crazy
fun.
thing, but it was fun. Yes.
Yeah, okay, okay. Um, let's say if you were given a magic wand and you and you had a chance to redo um one experience or one event from the past, what would it be?
Redo it. I would probably go back to the 12th grade, and when everyone was putting in for different colleges, I would have probably went to college, and I probably would have studied psychiatry. Yes.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. I like that. That's a good answer actually.
Yeah.
Um, so let's say 15 years after you're gone. You're gone. 15
Right.
years has gone by. Family sitting down, they're having a meal, and you come up and they're talking about you. What are they saying?
they would probably talk about me, and that's me and the stutter group, because my mom was so amazed at me struggling with stuttering, and the fact that she sees me daily attending to the stutter group, and she sees how I love to motivate and and coach and mentor those who need that, and
Yeah.
they are impressed by that, you
I
know.
think I don't think it's gonna be only your family talking about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you've touched it, just a few, like
yeah,
5,700 of them. you know,
yeah,
but yeah, so yeah, that's exactly what they would be talking. I know
yeah,
that's what comes up to my mind. You've definitely changed a lot of lives. If
yeah,
you
absolutely.
directed your own autobiography and you had to pick an actress to play you in your part, who would you pick? Why?
I don't know. Now that I would not know, but if Tina Turner was the actor,
Ooh,
if I was an actor, I
that's
would have
so
her
good. Oh my
play
gosh,
me,
that's
because
so good.
she is dynamic, and she is very free with her expression. She doesn't back down. She's sexy and powerful.
That's
You know,
such
so
a that's such a good matchup. I could so see that too. With the hair too. Come on, the hair too. The hair helps. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. Well, I have one last question for you, and this is my surprise question. This is when, so my surprise question to you is this. When I asked you to do this, and I gave you such a short notice, I thank you for taking it. I really
Right.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I gave you some questions that you had a chance to think about, and then what was one question that you said, "Oh, I really wish Sean would ask me that question," but I didn't.
Mm.
That's why it's called a surprise question.
I wish that he would have asked, how did stuttering really affect you in your life? Um, give me a background of how it affected you emotionally.
Mm. So how did it affect you emotionally?
So I would say that stuttering made me feel um, less than
Mm.
everybody else, because when I was in school, I didn't actually know others who stuttered. So I was always
Mm.
feeling less than. I had low self esteem. But I do say thank God for the fact that I was tall, slender, and could do fashion shows and things. So I was, when I got to be about 20, 25, I would, I could dress myself and look to just like eye candy. So
Absolutely.
that helped me a
I'm
lot,
sure it did.
because with that stuttering, I just felt that I was defected, and everybody else was good, and but I had this big huge defect.
That's such a good
So
point.
yeah, so what wasn't for the fact that I looked okay,
Yeah.
it could
Yeah,
have taken me down.
that's very true.
I hear so many stories of people just going mentally down the drain,
If
and
they don't have anything else to fall back on,
I
or
could
if
have
they don't.
easily ended up that way, but it was good that I had hobbies and things that interest me, and that's what kept me out of that pit of
Yeah.
hell, I say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow. What a great interview. Thank
yeah.
you so much. We finally got on. We finished on time, which is
I know,
great.
that was something I did not
Amazing.
know how to come on. Now, when I do this type of thing, I normally go through Zoom,
Okay.
but yeah, but this has got to be a way, we got to be able to do this greater. Now, next time, if I was to say, what kind of advice would I say?
Yes.
I would probably say, come on, say, um 10 minutes prior, just so that
We
we have
practice.
everything ready to roll at the time
Such a
that we
good
say.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, and just make sure that we can connect. Make
Yeah.
sure we know. So we would do a dry run as to how to come on.
The practice.
Yeah. Just how to come on and be there, so that at 6 o'clock when we have our audience, we
Yes.
don't have to
Yes.
fumble. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. That's such a good point, and
But
you're
still,
absolutely
this
right.
is the beginning. This is the
This is the
beginning.
beginning. Yes.
You have
I'm so
wonderful
excited.
things ahead of you.
Oh,
Wonderful things.
thank you. Thank you. I
Yes,
appreciate it.
absolutely.
I want to contribute more to the group, and that's why I
Yeah,
brought you on. I feel like
thank
I feel like I'm holding back since I have overcome, really, for the most part, overcome that whole fear and that mindset that you talk about. And
you.
I
Right.
feel like I'm holding back, and if I don't, I shouldn't be holding back. So yeah, I definitely appreciate you. I love you. You're amazing. Um,
Thank
thank you. Any last words?
uh, 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 just thank you for doing this type of thing. I Because I want to start doing podcasts where I interview, and to me, it was a pleasure just to go through a dry run, just to see how it is done.
Yes. I
Yes.
I appreciate you taking the chance with me.
Yes,
Yes,
it's
to
good because
practice.
we can do so much for for the audience.
We really
We can
can.
do, yes, you can do so many things by podcast. So
Yes,
I look
yes.
forward to seeing what you come up with, and don't be surprised if you look up and I'm doing something similar.
Let's
It's an
do it. I
awesome
love it.
opportunity.
Yes,
Awesome opportunity. Yes, it
I
is.
love it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much again, Cookie. I appreciate you. And again, much, much love.
Right.
All right. I will see you soon. Thank you again.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.